This is about accountability and responsibility. I wish I had recorded it like an hour ago, but I wanted to get some work done. But as much as I have tried and believed that, things happened to me, I'm not a victim, which I'm not. I'm not blaming anybody, which I didn't think I was. But a friend helped me. You know how some friends are just very matter of fact? And those are probably true friends because I don't think they're doing it to hurt you, I think, or hurt me in this case. I think their black and white thinking is sometimes, after the defensive trigger of, but you don't know my story, after that fades away, you're left with just the question or just the statement, and it's very to the point. There's no room for fluff and talking about this happened, that, just right at the point. And what I mean by that is, when I had kind of explained things that were going on in my life, he's like, well, take care of it. Well, why do you let that happen? Just take care of it. And of course, my first reaction is inside, but you don't know. You don't know why. You need to know why so that you can be compassionate. And well, that compassion doesn't always have to be vocal or overt. You can just, when you get to know somebody, you trust them and you trust that they have your best interest at heart. They may not communicate the way you do, but maybe they're communicating the way you need them to, the way you need to be. You need to hear at that moment. You're just not ready. And so, by his gruffness, it took me a while. It took me a few weeks, but a few weeks is so much longer than years. I'm so much better than going on years and years. And what I realized is, as much as I was not a victim, as much as things did kind of happen, and here's the quick analogy I used. I may have been a pillar of salt, but if I venture out of my safe salt land and go over to where water is, and it's hitting me, and it's the ocean, and it's volatile, or it's loud and noisy and full of energy and powerful, and it's taking chunks of me away, then I'm not the same pillar I used to be, right? And maybe in this part of me, I had this part of the strength. Now that's gone. So I can't go back there yet. I have to stay here and heal and become solid again, and then go back to my land, and here I am. I'm back to myself and mighty salt, and take y'all on. Well, that makes sense in a very basic way to me. I think I used it as an excuse. I got complacent, and what it comes down to is I was like a petulant child. And granted, this started happening years ago, and it happened, and it knocked me on my ass. But I'm not meant to stay there. And just because I was there doesn't mean that that's where I will now be resigned forever. It doesn't matter how long it was. It shouldn't. Whether it was, time isn't linear. So whether it was a day, a minute, a year, 20 years, the point is that I have a responsibility to say, I'm not feeling good about myself because I'm experiencing cognitive dissonance. I know that this salt that I am right now is not the salt that I'm meant to be, and that I have been all my life. 40 some years compared to 15 or whatever. Again, it should not matter. The fact that I tend to gravitate towards the worst instead of remembering how I was before is an issue I have to work on. But I was just like, wham, wham, wham. Not poor me, but I'm comfortable down here. This is where I belong now. I'm good. I wasn't good. And I think that the times that I've gone through depression in the past few years where I was just like, I can't get out of this, is because it didn't feel right. It isn't who I am. So yeah, it takes work, but I can do it and I will do it. And I will not be lazy anymore. And starting to do those things and starting to really take accountability, that makes me feel better about myself because I am connecting with my authentic self. And so that perpetuates and keeps going and you move forward with that. But the longer I stay in the, nope, not quite healed yet, not quite strong enough yet, come back later. The longer I stay there, the more comfortably uncomfortable, how else to put it, I allow myself, and that is my responsibility. Another thing, while I very much believe that things happen in people's lives that they should not beat themselves up for, like being ashamed of what they've gone through, that doesn't give me the right to continue to be triggered because people may shame me wrongfully. Because if I don't want to be triggered about, oh my God, they're shaming me about my life, then I can't present a life to be ashamed of. And that is my responsibility, not anybody else's. And it may be hard, it may take work, but I know how to do this, and I will do it. So anyway, that's just another way for me to be accountable and to say, yeah, I did screw up a bit. Onward, upward.